At one point, she keeps telling me that she thought she had to get away.
Yeah, she hid us out from our dad.
Connecting with your mom is like, it's like me watching a Lifetime movie. There's a soul that's stepping forward. It's telling me that they passed of depression. Who had the depression before their passing?
That could have been my mom.
I believe that's who it is. She says to me, I was so sick. I was so sick. She says to me, she wants to apologize for every single thing that you had to see and everything that you had to go through before her passing here in this world.
My mom was a drug addict and very abusive.
This is the hardest reading to do because I have to speak through your mom's perspective of things and what she saw here in this world. So when I was connecting with this woman, she was very adamant about speaking to you and connecting with you. And what's crazy is that some of the things that I'm going to say to you, okay, you're going to say, well, that's not true. That's not true. But it's what your mom thought in her head because she made things up in her head. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
There's a couple things that she's showing me. One, this woman felt that she was sick, meaning physically sick, even though she was on those drugs or taking those drugs and things. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay. And she's also telling me, Matt, she says, I felt and saw life differently because of the things that I was doing. This was not just an overdose on how your mom died, that she was sick as well. That shows me when I'm connecting with her that she was taking things and doing things, okay, because I saw mixtures of medications that were here, but then also at the same time, because of that, it was causing problems within her body because she's showing me that her body was shutting down. She keeps showing me about organ failure when I'm connecting with her. She wants to apologize for what you had to see as a child because from when you were younger, she tells me that you understood things and you learned things about your mom that you should have never saw, heard, or understood being that young age. Your mom shows me that she was involved in very abusive relationships here in this world. She actually tells me that she needs to apologize to you for a bigger issue and a bigger reason. She tells me that there were times that she put you at risk because of the people that she allowed herself to be around and the things that she allowed to be around back when you were a child. She says, for that, I don't think that my daughter can ever forgive me.
No.
It's because I was supposed to be a mother. I was supposed to put her first. But instead, she says, I just thought about my own well-being, she says to me. And I see when I'm connecting with your mom, I'm seeing some really terrible things that I wish that I didn't see. And those things is I see that there were family members who actually gave your mom money to help you out, to help take care of you. That money went towards other things.
I did eventually have a real mom, just not in her.
She says the toughest thing is that from when you were younger, literally, I see you trying to take care of your mom and being there for your mom. She says this was so tough because my daughter never got a childhood because of all the things that she was dealing with me. On the other side, I don't believe that this was just an addiction issue. I don't believe that. Because when I'm connecting with your mom, she's showing me that there was mental illness that ran in the family.
She was diagnosed borderline with schizophrenia and bipolar.
At one point, she keeps telling me that she thought she had to get away. And she tells me she tried to move you out of state or tried to move with you.
She hid us out from our dad.
Connecting with your mom is like, it's like me watching a Lifetime movie. The things that I'm seeing, I can't believe had happened because your mom shows me about her trying to hide you and bringing you out of state. And she felt like she was on the run. And then she's showing me about the fact that, she got involved with people that were not good. She said, I didn't realize the damage I was causing for my daughter. And I didn't realize how I was tearing the family apart, she tells me. She tells me that the reason why she ran from your father was that he was trying to take you away from her.
Yeah, they both kind of shouldn't have had us.
She says, I realize now that I was never a mother. She says, and because of that, my daughter doesn't even see me as her actual mom because of the things that I had done. She says to me, Matt, she says, I don't want her to go back in the past and be haunted by this because none of this was her fault. You didn't ask to be born into that life. You didn't be asked to be born into those problems and those situations. But your mom says to me, the one thing that she is so happy about is to see that you as a person here and now, and the way that you have so much empathy for other people, the way that you've taken care of everyone around you, and the way that you could have very easily been on the streets. You could have very easily been addicted to drugs. You could have very easily been an alcoholic because all those things were around you. And that would have been a very easy way of life for you. Does that make sense?
It does. I've been clean for 23 years. This December, it'll be 23 because my mom raised me as a drug addict.
This is why the souls come through. My daughter, literally, she's telling me, could have been on the streets, but you made the change that I couldn't in life. You made the change to change your life and you did it for yourself. And your mom said to me, that's something that I wish that I would have done. You are the woman that she wishes that she would have been when she was alive. Because I watched the challenges that you went through. She says, I watched the struggles that you went through, but in heaven, I saw the way that you cleaned up your life and the person that you are now. And not only that, but your mom shows me that you're trying to help other people who went through those similar problems, that went through addictions, that went through hardships like that. Is that true?
Yes, I used to do motivational speaking at the colleges. No.
Do you know your mom's seen all of this?
Yeah, I always thought she was in hell. I'm sorry, but
Heaven doesn't punish mental illness. And
okay.
I will tell you that that's something that your mom has gone through. Now, I said that they don't punish mental illness. Don't take that the wrong way. Don't say that, oh, that means that you get off scot clean.
Right.
It is not that way at all. You know, and there are things that we have to do in heaven. And there are, you know, for the things that we do that are bad here in this world, you know, Spirit talks about this. There's certain things that we have to do on the other side. She wants to let you know that what you experienced with her wasn't her simply not loving you. It was the fact that she was battling something greater. But know that that woman who took over, who raised you, who became your mom, she's also here.
Oh, thank you.
She says one thing, as much as she went through in her life, I'm so happy that I got to find her and be there for her because she became my daughter through and through. She's here for a reason because every single day you think of her as your hero because you know that she saved you and she rescued you.
She is. I love her very much and I miss her very much every day.
She says, Matt, please let her know that I send her signs all the time. The signs that she sees are made. She goes, I come in many different forms. And she's actually shows me, she sends you signs in nature to let you know that she's there and that she's with you.
Yeah, I see doves and stuff and just butterflies.
You know, sometimes we go through challenges in life for one reason. As hard as they are and as terrible as they are to think back to, they shape who we are, especially when we overcome them, which you did. And it wasn't just about overcoming what you went through with your mom. It was overcoming something greater. It was about overcoming those addictions and those problems that you had earlier in life. You're meant to be here in this world. And the thing is that you're meant to share the gift that you have, and that gift is healing. You healed yourself. You got yourself back on track. And the thing is that you've already touched the lives of so many. The spirit world shows me that. You know, what's funny is that they're telling me about you journaling. Did you start journaling or writing?
I had a lot of people tell me I should write a book, but I think a lot about everybody that's passed and how it shaped me. And I do struggle. I really struggle.
You know, that's something that's meant to be heard. And, you know, when we hear little things, right, when you feel like, I feel like I should be writing, I feel like I should write this journal, I feel I should write this book, you know, those thoughts don't come from internally from us. They actually are being spoken to us by our loved ones in spirit. I believe that that's their way of showing you your life path and life mission, because most people don't have a story like you, a story that they can tell that has a happy ending. And you do. And that's meant to be shared. So please know that you've touched all of these souls that are on the other side. You've had, you know, so many people in your life that you've left a positive experience with. What they're showing me is that they want you to continue your journey on helping people here in this world. You can't undo the past. You can't make things right in your childhood. But what you can do is you can use those experiences to help someone else change their life around. And you already started doing it, and they want you to continue on that. So I want you to know one thing. You were meant to be here, right here and now. And there's a reason why they're all here, because they want you to continue that journey. And more importantly, to let you know that you are loved and they are with you.
Thank
right?
you.
I'm gonna leave you with that.